Hey, I'm Devon Drew, and my memories made me feel cringe and empowered, and I'm ready for the biggest comeback of my career.
Don't call it a comeback.
Shy guys. That was shy guys. Sam's going through a nervous breakdown. Meanwhile, we are back. Pod babies.
Welcome to Callbacks. Fresh, hot, served content.
Big
given
content.
to you artisanally, packaged with care.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm Sam Salem. This is Danny Sellers.
Bespoke pods.
Bespoke
We're
pod.
going to get authentic and real today. We're talking about misogyny.
Stop doing that every single time.
I need people to think that we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, you need the clickbait.
Yeah.
You're right. I am going through about to go through a breakdown, and let me get real with you, Danny.
Okay.
A lot of times we talk before we start recording.
It's time to get deep.
This did not come up. I know that I'm about to have a mental breakdown because multiple times this week, I thought to myself, maybe I should bleach my hair.
Oh, that's crazy.
I don't have the right complexion for that at all.
Yeah, it would blend
And my
in.
hair, my hairline's going back. Any kind of bleaching is going to kill my hair, but I don't know what made me think that.
But people do that though in LA.
Bleach their hair?
Yeah, a lot of it's like the thing, especially black folk.
Yeah, you know how we do.
Yeah, you know, brother. In our culture, in our shared cultures.
Yeah. In honor of Juneteenth, I will be bleaching my hair.
In honor of Juneteenth is insane. First of all, this shit already passed. Second of all,
Hey, I celebrate it every day.
a white man making himself look whiter for Juneteenth is actually I'm like the Aryan race for Juneteenth is insanity.
I'm going undercover.
It's like with blue contact, blue-eyed Sam. You should do that for one next episode.
Bleach my hair and have blue eyes.
Yeah, just like and don't say anything.
I don't-
Just come here, act like nothing. Come off the road one week, just like, yo, Sam, what's good?
What would you say if I just showed up with crazy, like I was just clearly taking Ozempic or clearly like
Cheeks sunken
just
in.
yeah.
I would roast you. I would make fun of you efficiently.
I think I'm gonna start a new wave. Like too many people getting hair plugs. I'm just gonna do like a forehead decreaser.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna take a little bit of the forehead off. Just kind of bring it down a little bit.
A white man with like silky hair with like a little forehead is crazy. I would laugh so
I
hard.
need to change this 5 head to a 3 head. You know what I'm saying? I need to.
Like the ponytail starts from like right here.
Yeah. Let's get down to business.
That is disgusting. If you're hearing this, we are laughing because we are trying to hide our pain.
Yeah, I'm dead inside.
Nah, we're vibing. I'm coming out of my I don't know what era to define the era was, but your boy is just outside living life, enjoying stuff.
Not scaring the Yamins.
Yeah, I'm anti-scaring the means, but yeah, life's good, man. I honestly feel like I need to get on stage more. And people that are listening, look, I want to be in New York City.
For what reasons?
I don't know.
You feel
My
called
vibe
there?
feels like New York City right now. I want the fucking culture. I want the vibes a little bit. I want the creative stimulation. I want all of that. Because last time I was in New York, I was still in a very corporate setting and situation. So I feel like having the days like I spent in LA where I worked here today at 9, then I had all day until we came back here.
Right. It's the evening now, yeah.
So I had stuff to do. I ate, off Sunset Boulevard, had like lunch by myself.
Right.
I would just like to do that stuff in New York.
There is something about New York that is very alluring. What you saying that the last time you were there was a very corporate setting, what honestly blows my mind is like I started comedy, but I was a teacher at an underfunded private school. So I was getting paid nothing anyway.
Right.
But then there's people like you who is getting paid like $150 a year, living a good life.
Yeah.
And you're like, you know what?
Don't remind me, please.
Dreams.
Don't remind me.
Like I had to follow my dreams because I'm just like, look, I'm already broke and miserable. If I'm gonna be broke and miserable, I might as well do it, pursuing something I love professionally.
That's
my
what you
personal
really
life.
know. No, I mean, that probably speaks to my ism later today, but that really is when you know when you want to do something is when things seemingly are things that you used to like wish and pray for, you have.
Yeah.
And you realize, ooh, this isn't it.
Yeah.
That's when you really know, like, all right, this other wave is the wave,
I used to pray for times like this.
You know,
I do know what
big
you're
dreams and
saying.
nightmares, guy.
I've been big on nightmares lately. Not a whole lot of dreams.
Definitely get you like early Meek Mill cornrows and just like have you rap battling like one of our. We should do some skits.
I think Meek Mill won the Drake beef.
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was trying to have a hot take. I don't know.
I
Felt like
don't think that's a hot take.
mainstream.
I don't know if Drake's really won a rap beef. I feel like he doesn't give a fuck anymore. Like when it comes to just rapping, I don't know if he's won. I guess he beat Joe Budden. I guess.
Yeah.
Back to back.
Well, I mean, his ghostwriter did. You know.
Or was back to back Joe
No,
Budden?
back to back was Meek Mill. That's why.
Oh yeah.
That's why everyone was like, "No, Meek Mill." Anyway, whatever.
Back to back was in the club though. They was playing back to back in the club.
It's on my hype workout mix that I lift to.
That's disgusting.
That's what Spotify be making playlists for you that just has a name, hype workout mix.
I feel like white folks listen to songs from like 8 years ago consistently.
Yeah.
Like, y'all don't listen to like classics. Y'all listen to like stuff that's 8 to 12 years old.
White people being stuck in the past? Who would have thought that? That's our whole thing, bro.
Yeah. Like you go to white bars and play like Flow Rider and stuff still.
Yeah, man, we're big on the mom rap. That's what it is.
What is mom rap?
Flow Rider.
Oh.
They're like, welcome to my house.
Oh, yeah. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the moms about there. Holla at me.
Let me get that. If you're new to the program,
Yep.
where you been all my life?
Don't
But we like to start with a little banter. Got a great interview in the middle, but a trademark segment we always do. We like to check in on the mental health. We already kind of did a little bit, but this is a trademark Danny Sellers mental health check.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? All right. My mental health feels like the fat girl at the club.
Not him body shaming.
Because, like, eventually at the end of the night, somebody's going to fuck with me.
You just gotta wait your turn, baby.
Like, eventually somebody's going to be like, you know what, bro? I see what you're putting together. Like, you really been consistent.
I like that in this metaphor, you're like, eventually I'm gonna be the only option left.
You're right. It's going to be 2:30. They're going to play Last for the third time in a row. The light's going to be not on yet, but
What song are they playing?
Last.
What's
Burna
that?
Boy. It's an Afrobeat song. You wouldn't. It's newer. It's been published within the last 2-3 years.
Okay.
So
I was
they
gonna
haven't
say,
hit the white.
it's that Black People's Closing Time. You know the song Closing Time?
No, it's just a good song, but they don't. It's like for white people with Spotify, they don't send y'all the songs until 4 years later.
Yeah.
So you haven't seen it yet. It's like that.
I was just wondering if there's like a black version of Closing Time.
With the black, so it depends on the region. So like in college,
Very regional.
there was a in the southeast-ish, whatever, North Carolina. There's like a rhythm to the songs at the party.
Yeah.
So you got the song, stuff goes from, 10:30 to 2. So you open up with just like, kind of just whatever songs, pop 40, whatever, little songs, whatever at 10. And then at like 11:30, 12, you start getting the like anthems, like the current, like not the current, like the older, like, medium turned up anthem that people kind of file in to get people kind of turned up and ready to go.
Right.
And then by like 12:30 till about 1:30, if it's a good DJ, they're gonna play all the current hits, but then also the like classic hits like Chief Keef, like Finito.
Yeah.
They're gonna play Swag Surf. They're gonna play some new Drake or whatever Migos that just dropped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then especially if you're in college down south, they're gonna play all the songs we stroll to as like fraternities and stuff. And then at the end of the night, at like 1:30 and beyond, it's all slow jams. Because you end it with like the crescendo of like someone's gonna get shot in here. If you play one more Chief Keef, Knuck If You Buck, you know what I'm saying? See Murder.
Yeah.
And then they go straight into Pretty Ricky.
Just trying to
and then that's when
de-escalate.
it's coochie time. You got 30 to 45 minutes, or you're going home. It's mathematics. If you live in North Carolina between 2008 till 2016,
I'm really glad you're reaching a larger base.
I was about to expand North Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina, it's Florida, because Florida also has a different look. They got different music down in Florida, like jug music and stuff, and then DC has like go-go house music stuff.
Get crazy with it.
Yeah, bro. So it's different regions. That's why I'm being really specific to like that little pocket of like kind of like Tennessee, Carolinas, Georgia, Maryland, etc. Shout out to all my people that like turning up.
I feel that. And actually, as you're saying this reminds me, shouting out all the regions on
Gang.
one of our most recent episodes. I was talking about being in Des Moines and all that happening, and I would like to give a shout out
Shout out to D-Town.
to, let me get his name real quick, Andrew Meyer.
Big Andrew.
He commented, longtime listener, first time caller, I'm in Des Moines. LOL, long live the hashtag Midwest.
Yeah.
Yeah, Midwest boys. We out here. Hey.
We need merch. We need merch. That might be our first merch. Midwest boys. Shout out to our Midwest boys. Shout out to my dog Andrew. D-Town, stand up. Andrew, comment how many Applebee's are in your town. Let us know, because we're going to pull up to Des Moines. That's going to be the first spot on our tour.
Des Moines, baby. The DM, Des Moines, direct message us.
Yeah.
All that stuff. But
Stand up.
shout out. Hey, if you want a shout out from me, it's pretty simple. All you got to do is comment on something or slide in the DMs, and I'm hyped to do it.
Say one polite thing to Sam, and he will shout you out.
Bro, like, I've been on this comedy tour, and VIPs are not that much extra, but they're paying a little extra money to do a photo op, and I'm like, I'll pay you to take a photo with me just so I get to look cool on Instagram and be like, oh, people taking photos with me.
I feel like I always serious this out, but that is such a cool little dynamic, and I hope that you and when I get that point too can remember that moment of like when people spend money to meet you, you don't lose sight of the excitement that gives you too when they spend money to come say what's up to you, right? Because we heard so many stories of people that are famous that were like halfway in it or not pleasant to be around or whatever.
And you get to, when you give them that energy.
Yeah.
The opposite, I did see the opposite energy of that, or the other side of that, is like
people being weird.
Yes, I did this show in Phoenix and it was awesome and the crowds were amazing. Shout out Phoenix. It's 115 in the summer. I don't know why y'all are there right now, but it was still like such a lovely time. Shout out CB Live. It was a great time. Somehow it comes up, I'm like doing crowd work and this lady says she's from Nebraska, and a lady in the back of the club is like freaking out, like just whatever. So I'm just like messing with her. Yeah. And then after the show, I happened to know, like a friend stopped by the show, so I went out to say what's up to them, and she like came up to me and just like I don't know how to say this as a negative, because I'm really glad she came up to me, and like I'm glad that she was supportive and a nice lady. But also part of my set was like, oh, people don't believe me that I'm a hooper, like I can. Like high school, I dunked on this dude, and she just walks up to me in the middle of a conversation. You can't actually dunk, can you? And I'm like, yeah, I can. And my friend was like, actually, he dunked on one of my students one time. I've seen it. And she's like, well, if there was a hoop in here, I'd make you prove yourself. I'm like, ma'am.
She's trying to flirt with you, sir.
No, she was a mom. She was like a middle-aged mom. Like,
mom, no.
Moms don't have sex.
right. Get out of here. Yeah, I mean, look, bro, you live in Nebraska. The most famous person you see is like the running back for the Nebraska Cornhusker. Like, you don't see famous people. So you just don't, even sometimes I don't know how to converse with famous people sometimes. It's not even on some like starstruck type stuff, but it's like, what do we have in common? Yeah. Only thing she has in common is you talking about basketball. She can't be like, oh, bro, I was in LA last week. How you like it? Like, you don't know,
It did make me realize though, like, I'm always worried about bothering people, and like, actual like famous people who are always recognized, leave them alone. They get recognized too much. Yeah. But like, I am at the lowest, like I have a couple Instagram followers, so I'm not saying I'm famous, but I have gotten recognized every once in a while. It's funny because I know there are people there that like, they've DM'd me, been like, oh, I saw you later. I didn't want to say hi. And I'm like, bro, say hi. Like, I need that ego boost. I need this. And so it's kind of, I don't know, we interact with a lot of people who are like rings above us, but they're not like famous. I'm like, oh, like it actually is nice when people stop you and are like,
1,000%.
Hey, I really love your art, or I like this. It's where I'm always assuming like, oh, I don't want to bother them.
1,000%. I was doing a Don't Tell show in the OC, then we can get to our interview, but we were talking about, there were some people that were on the lineup that had really dope credits, like this comedian Elliot Chang, who's funny. I've never seen him before. You know Elliot Chang?
I've seen the name on lineups, but
yeah, it was funny. And we were just talking about how he had a couple half hours on Comedy Central, and we were just like, damn,
big deal.
Yeah, big deal. I mean, that's hard. I mean, anyone knows that's, especially if you got that 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago when Comedy Central was Comedy Central. Like, that was like the thing.
Right.
And just explaining how hard comedy is. Like, damn, that dude has 2 half hours on Comedy Central. And it's like, I don't know his his finances. It's really more general to Elliot, but just in general, like those people at that tier that are working, that are comedians, that are passed at the store or whatever. That like it's still so much to go, even from that level.
Yeah.
Of like you getting passed at the biggest clubs, you're on the biggest platforms at one point, half hour, not like a little 8-minute set, but a half hour, and you still clawing, grinding, thugging it out.
Yeah.
Comedy's so fucking hard, dog.
Yeah, you think
it's
like
so hard.
I remember before I was doing this, I went to like an improv show, and we'll have a lot of improv talk tonight with our guests, but like I just went to like the Friday night show and like the house performers. I'm like, wow, they're incredible at this. And they're probably more talented than a lot of people on TV. They just haven't got the right breaks. And I'm thinking, sitting here like, oh yeah, they're professional comedians. And now that I like know those people, I'm like, oh, that person was like handing out bagels all morning. They were they're a secretary at this job, or they're trying to hold on to their accountant job.
Right.
And get all their work done in time to be able to do, or there's this guy on this teacher tour that I'm on that the Stand in New York is one of the most popular like clubs. And he has the midnight spot every night to close out the Stand, and he teaches kindergarten, and every night midnight closes it out, and then so it's always a grind.
It's a back and forth. Is she here?
Yeah, our guest is here. So
well, let's get into this little thing. Second, can I settle in, dog?
Go.
I'm trying to get as far away from Mike when I start, so I get the most mic time.
And scene. I'm not cutting this part out, so go ahead.
All right. Let's
we back, baby.
We are back. Let's get with a proper introduction, a very official introduction like we like to do here.
As always.
Our guest today is an improviser, actress, comedian, and former aspiring teen pop sensation.
Yes.
She's fresh off performing her one-woman show, How I Tried to Be a Pop Star and Failed, at the iconic UCB Theater LA. You can catch her in LA performing both stand-up and improv comedy on a nightly basis. We are quite literally gobsmacked to welcome to Callbacks the wearer of the 32 jersey in her youth sports days.
Wow.
Someone who uses Reddit to watch videos of kids falling down. The former host of the Fit Bitch podcast, and someone who used to cut the crust off her Pop-Tarts.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, it's time to get serious. She don't play no games. This is Devon's world. Save it for those little girls. We got Devon Drew in the studio today.
Wow. That was incredible. I'm shocked.
Devon XX.
Yes.
Formerly on Twitter until people thought you were an adult film star because of the X's.
Off of the 2 X's?
Yeah, I used to get tagged in I guess there's a Devon XXX, and she was like plus 40 porn star, and I would always get tagged and like plus 40 porn star, and I was like, okay, I'm not even 40, so I was doing porn.
That's so like that's the most upsetting thing to you. I'm not 40.
Yeah,
right. Sure, you give me acting credits. I'll take credits.
I'll do porn credits, but
just
not 40. Yeah,
I'm not 40 years old.
Hilarious.
Wow, that was amazing. So you stalked me.
Yeah, that's what he does. He's like a CIA plant.
Wow.
And bring out her childhood diary, please.
Yes. Oh my gosh, multiple.
Shout out to Twitter.
Twitter is just a whole library.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I still have a journal. Do you guys journal? Do you guys keep any diaries?
I have for certain stuff for stand up, I will write out like sets. Like for my half hour, write out my half hour.
Yes.
But I like personal stuff.
Not like I did so bad on stage today.
I don't want anyone to ever I don't want anyone to ever know, unless I have like a kid where I want them to like find it. Like this is you're 3 now. I was thinking about you. I don't want people to know my deepest, darkest.
I can't even write. I don't even write as a comedian. This is so bad, but I don't write stuff down because it's so embarrassing to me that someone's going to find it and read it. I only can write in a way that knowing someone's going to read it. Like one time.
You off the top. You crazy with it, boy.
101. No, that's just bad. I need this. I forget jokes all the time because I won't write them down.
You type them up? I mean, that's at least. No one's going to find it.
No, I just don't really write. Like the only thing I've ever written in my life is I was in like a very bad space. And so like I was a couple of times, like I wrote out prayers.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
And I was so mortified at the end that someone was going to find it that I was like, but I'm like, I can't even throw this away because what if someone finds it at the dump?
That you threw away prayers? Yeah.
Gotta scribble your name.
Like he threw away prayers.
This motherfucker tried to make the Bible.
I love
to be creative.
I love that you guys think that someone's gonna like break into your house and steal your journal.
I know.
That's like the first thing.
It's misogynistic.
Someone's
like,
gonna be like,
insecurity.
"We found it."
Yeah, it's very narcissistic.
Facts.
Yeah.
But
I would
but you
love-
like the journal.
I would love if someone found my journals. Crack them open. Let's go.
Really.
But maybe when I'm dead. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Posthumous.
Yeah.
Shout out
Getting-
to, shout
Look
out
at
to
all the
Anne
stuff
Frank.
she was. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy that like she doesn't know she's famous?
Anne Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the most
Like, kinda
podcasting
sad.
you've ever said in your life.
What?
The thing about Anne Frank is though, you got to really think about it.
No, I mean it's not.
her diary.
It's nothing to really think about, I guess. But just like
No,
to your
that is-
point,
she was just a kid journaling, and now
yeah,
she's
and had no idea.
So you never know. I could become really famous.
Yeah,
After
put some
I die.
deep
yeah.
dark shit in there.
Yeah.
You're just looking from heaven. You're like, what a fucking waste. I could have cashed in on all of this.
Damn.
All right. Before we get into our Save the Date segment where we give you
Okay.
dates from our life, I want to, through research, I want to give up we'll call this segment Food Icks
Okay.
for all those Gen Z TikTokers out there.
Giving
Because off of research, I've heard that you don't really like to eat oranges unless all the white stuff's picked off.
Yeah. Yes. I would say that is true. Yeah.
All right. So first, what other, I guess why, and what are your other,
Why-
what are
yeah.
the, what,
why?
why are you the way you are? And any other
Oh,
major
yeah.
food icks that you have?
I have a lot of food icks, I feel like. I don't really eat oranges. Like that's not like a casual snack for me. But when I
Uh-huh.
do, I feel like you just have to, there's just all this white stuff that's like,
Yeah.
I don't even know. What is that called?
The rind.
That's
The
called
rind?
Extra rind? That's
a
stuck-
comedy lineup in LA. It's just a bunch of white stuff. They're like, with all these straight
Yeah.
white dudes,
That boy
comedy,
going
dude. I
Crazy.
know
That
I'm
boy
with
going
it.
crazy. He in the
I don't know. I feel like you
clips.
just want to get the juice, and then you get these little white chunks, and you're like, and you have to like get them out, and it's just
Yeah.
not an enjoyable fruit to eat. I would say.
Yeah.
I would choose
Shout out to all
to.
my oranges. I like oranges.
You love oranges?
The orange pith is what it's called, by
Ugh,
the way.
yeah.
Did you really Google that just now?
Also, the name of it, pith.
Pith is nasty.
Yeah.
It be pithing me off. I'm
Oh.
on fire today. That's what
I'm
food
pith.
with it.
Boy, 3 for 3. That's crazy.
That's nice.
This is the most cordial we've ever been with each other with a guest.
I think because we're
Do you guys usually
Tipsy.
fight?
we usually get really combative in front of
Okay.
guests.
think
And
we're
if they get uncomfortable, they're like,
Yeah.
"Is therapy for you guys?"
You know what it really was? Because we had time today to like
Mm.
converse.
So you fought before.
Yeah, we got our vibe, our weird energy off before.
Okay.
Typically, we're just like rushing in here and recording.
Yeah.
Danny, what's your food ick?
I don't have a really crazy specific one. I just hate when people are really particular about food for no reason.
Mhm.
Like if they're like, I can't eat if my lettuce and my rice touch it.
Yeah, like I can do like a salad or a hamburger or like a club sandwich for the rest. Like between those three things, I could eat that for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Like certain people, and I like eating nice, good food sometimes. But when people are super picky about like, oh, I gotta go here. They don't really have good food. It's like, bruh,
Yeah.
we're just vibing. Like, let's go out to dinner. Let's just enjoy
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yeah.
I feel that. That's good. That's a good one.
So I guess my food ick is like
People.
the
we know.
opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what it
You're
is.
like, I got no problem with food. People, on the other hand,
Yeah.
I can't stand people.
Yours though.
Yeah.
I think ketchup is the worst thing in this entire world, and I would rather
Wow.
vote for a political candidate that is a horrible human being than eat ketchup.
Well, that's almost
Whoa.
impossible not to do. But
Ketchup is like an American staple.
yeah, that's kind of weird.
I worked at Five Guys Burgers and Fries, and sometimes I'd had to clean out
Oh,
I'd have to
that's
clean out the ketchup stuff.
Oh.
No, I hated it before that.
Oh, okay. Right.
Literally, this is so deep. Like if there's ketchup bottle on the table, I ask my wife to like pick it up and move it to her side, so I don't even have to
phobia?
touch the bottle.
Oh my
Like a
god.
phobia?
Yeah, he does. He has a ketchup phobia.
I prefer genocide to ketchup. I'm just kidding. That's gonna give me so.
If I put it in my pocket and like gave it to you, like start freaking out. Remember the Mario back in the day, like Mario TV show, they would bring out like the talk show shit, and it would be like they would have phobias. They were like these daytime shows. They would have phobias, and they would
Oh,
bring
yes,
the
they
things
bring it
out.
Oh,
out, yeah.
like I'm scared of library books, and
Yeah,
then
and
they'd be like,
well, we have a bunch.
"Here's a book," and they'd like put a book in their face.
And when you think about it now, like someone really booked these people
Yep.
and casted them.
Yeah.
It's like, we're gonna put this lady today. I just booked like she hates
They probably didn't even
microphones.
really tell him either.
No.
They're gonna
They
bring
just
on
tricked
back-
them.
Yeah.
And
And
they-
they're like, here's a microphone.
Paid them no money. Probably.
No money, no.
Nah.
And embarrassed them on daytime television.
Is it hard for you to eat burgers and hot dogs and like
Bro, I will
Right, everything?
everything?
I will raw dog a hot dog. I know just bun and hot dog.
Okay.
That's
You're not like a
disgusting.
mustard guy yet. That's gross.
I honestly, because people thought I was a serial killer, I learned how to tolerate mustard.
Wow, but you just want a raw
A,
dog.
a raw, dry hot dog is is the most insane
Yeah.
thing.
I'll go Kobayashi on that. I'll go Joey Chestnut on that.
As a grown man, that's disgusting.
Yeah, dude. I have the taste buds of a.
Really, not even. What do you do for fries? You do honey mustard?
I'll do. Shout out to my Midwest roots. I'll do some ranch on fries.
Ranch, yeah.
Ranch slaps.
Yeah, ranch is great.
All right, before we get into save the dates, top 3 condiments. Go.
Mayonnaise.
Oh God, this is the widest thing. Mayonnaise is the first one.
Mayonnaise is number 1.
Not even like Chipotle mayo, just the regular.
Hellman's. Shout out Hellman's.
Hellman's regular mayonnaise. Yeah, it's good. You don't like mayonnaise?
I mean, it's cool. To say that first is kind of wild.
I think I have a problem with.
I'm really white.
Yeah,
I know that.
That's
I'm learning a lot.
Yeah.
So that's the other 2 at least. Please.
No.
You're from Virginia, right?
Yeah.
But you're an Eagles fan.
Yeah. So I was like born in Maryland, grew up there for a while, and then my extended family's in like Philly and Jersey and Delaware and.
I don't know, because mayonnaise was a little more Midwest. I don't know if that was a little like, you know.
I'm disappointed. All right, the other 3.
I don't even know if I have.
It's just mayonnaise.
So all 3 spots, mayonnaise.
Dylan.
Yeah,
Mayonnaise. That's crazy.
Mayonnaise, aioli.
Aioli mayonnaise? Spicy mayonnaise?
Spiced up mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Yours. I'm so disappointed.
I'll go hot sauce for sure. Give me a good tapatio or Cholula.
Okay.
Frank's Red even.
Frank's Red's good.
Hot sauce, ranch, and I'd say for the third one, I got to dip it in that Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce.
That's the blackest top. Sam, are you an old black lady?
Yeah.
He's named the 3 most blackest old black lady. And my baby's special recipe.
You don't like Sweet Baby Ray's slaps?
It is.
Yeah, it's good. It's just funny as fuck that you said those 3 black ass things. I'm gonna just face swap that me saying what you just said. Mine is honey mustard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big honey mustard guy.
Yeah.
Bro, honestly, I like ketchup. Might be second.
Ketchup's
a good ketchup.
Yeah.
I'm rocking with ketchup.
Yeah.
And then third, I like a good like Chipotle kind of,
Mayonnaise.
but it's more Chipotle than mayonnaise. But I think Chipotle like a spicy,
Like smoky, spicy.
yeah, like
Yeah.
a little, like a
Yeah.
little special sauce type
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah, special sauce.
He likes some
Yeah.
special smoky and spicy in every which way.
Sam, what are you trying to say?
I'm bad at podcasting is what I'm trying to say. All right. Comment your favorite sausage.
Yeah, shout out to Black Sam. Sam, that's funny.
You know how I get down.
All right, save the date. Sorry.
I'm working on my summertime Hennessy Yellow Eyes as
Yeah.
we speak.
Yeah.
All right, Save the Date, our segment where we like to give dates from our guests' lives and just have a little chit chat about it.
Mm-hmm.
Have a nice little chat.
Because you've done
Yeah.
research on these dates. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
No, you give us the dates. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding. No, I'm
that's
messing
what I
with you.
thought it
I'm
was.
messing with you. No.
That's what I
We
thought
give you
it
the
was when
dates.
You told me before, and I was like, I can't even.
Yeah, no. We got you. We got you. Okay, so, but you can guess if you'd like.
Okay.
April 7th,
Okay.
2011.
Oof. Okay. Gosh.
Long time ago.
That was a long time ago. I think that was my sophomore year.
Of high school?
Yes.
God, I hate finding out people are younger than me.
Sorry.
All right, this episode's over. Leave.
Okay.
Leave right now.
Thank you for having me.
Sophomore year of grad school.
Yeah, that's where.
Of grad. I don't know.
4-year
Make you feel
grad.
better, yeah.
Man, April 7th. Okay, that's spring. We know that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This has to do with the internet?
Okay, 2011 has to do with the internet.
Yeah.
Oh, I was doing internet things that day. Okay.
Do you want me to give it to you?
Sure.
At least, because I've noticed that maybe you scrubbed some things and re-uploaded from the internet. So at least as of
I
today,
scrubbed. Oh yeah.
you've
I went back and said, let's delete anything that looks a little.
you big scrub. But the Shy Guy music video, that is the date that it at least says
Wow, it was released.
was uploaded to YouTube.
Yes,
yeah.
that would be. That would absolutely be. I
So-
did take it away for a while and then I put
Really?
it back out there. But yeah, but that was the original birth.
Yeah. So
Wow.
Man, I'm so excited about this. Okay.
Okay. Did you come see my show?
I was out of town.
Okay, well, you guys have to both come see it if you're gonna
When is
drag
it?
me on here.
This is to promote your show. This is the whole.
Good. Come to my show.
So, as I kind of alluded to in the intro, you you were really going after
Yes.
pop star fame.
Yeah.
And the music is very much of like a Kesha, Nicki Minaj,
Yeah.
which it does make, it makes it funnier.
Yeah, it does.
We talk about this all the time though, because there's things like going through Danny's Instagram, he scrubbed a lot because I was roasting him for stuff that was just very normal for that
So when
time.
we started the podcast, I had never scrubbed, other than like maybe like an X or two,
Okay.
I had
Yeah.
never scrubbed my Instagram from like 2012.
Okay, wow, yeah.
So I had some just nasty selfies.
Oh,
I
I
had,
bet.
you know, just like blurry
Yeah.
captions. I was just disgusting, you know,
Yeah.
drunk, you know, back there
Yes.
leaving the club. Let me just
You
take
would
a
just
picture.
post everything back then.
And it's like blurry because you're
Yes.
just like, you would take the picture on the Instagram app.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't even like upload it.
all the phones at
The
best
phone.
had 720
Yeah,
too. So it was like, if you don't get this perfect,
Right.
Yeah, it looks
It's a
like
wrap.
this, yeah.
But anyway.
So this music video shot in New York.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a
Okay,
lot,
are you
too.
so
Yeah.
how are you writing all the lyrics?
For Shy Guy, yes, I wrote like the first rough draft of the lyrics.
Yeah.
And then I think my mom and sister helped a little bit. And then we went to like some recording studio in New York. And I think he was like, we have to make this rhyme more. Has to be a song. It can't just be you
Roasting
talking.
your thoughts.
roasting the shy ass dude.
Yeah, they
But
were
it-
like, has to have a hook.
But it would be you writing and then your mom, shout out fitness queen Patty,
Yeah.
giving you like feedback.
Yes, specifically on this song. I have a ton of songs. A lot
Right.
of my later songs.
A whole album.
I have, yes, a ton of music. Some I never even released, actually. So.
Well, what's impressive is, so Shy Guy music video on YouTube, check it out, Devon Drew,
Mhm.
120,000 views.
Yeah.
That's a lot of you.
12 years ago, like
Yeah.
100,000+ views.
Was good, right?
That,
Yeah.
yes. It was insane. Like if something got 1 million views back then, you're
Oh,
like,
you're
oh my
whoa.
gosh.
Yeah.
Now like somebody sneezes and it gets,
Oh, yeah.
We've gotten 1 million views on this podcast for clips,
Yeah.
and like we're still.
and I'm just like, I
I've
don't
gotten
care.
1 million views. We've all, I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
everyone's gotten 1 million views now.
And if you haven't, quit,
Lose
give up. I'm just kidding. Okay, so also this Nick Uhas was in the video.
Yes. Was he in that one? I think
He's in one of your music videos, and now he's like
he was in.
he hosts
He hosts
TV shows, and he has like a big YouTube
He
channel.
was on Big Brother too, that reality
Mm.
TV show.
Yeah.
I think as well. He was in my other music video, On My Own, which was like my slow song. I
Oh,
guess,
yeah.
in a
Gotcha.
way.
Yeah.
Sad girl.
Yeah,
vibe.
it was like, I'm getting broken up with, but I'm fine because I'm on my own. Yeah.
I love that.
17 at the time, 18.
Yeah, 16. All these, I wrote all of these when I was like 15. And then over the course of a year, I shot like 3 or 4 music.
You know what's
Right.
so funny? There's like that era when, this is maybe just me, when you're like, you like people, but you can't control your like schedule.
Mhm.
So you're like helpless. In like high school, we're like, I like this girl so much, but I
Yeah.
only can see her like at the school
I
dance
know.
in like third period.
yeah.
You're not an adult yet. And I
Yeah.
remember like vividly hearing songs like Love in This Club by Usher and being like, I want to find my wife.
yeah.
You're sitting in the back seat as your mom's driving, and you're looking out the window,
Yes.
pretending you're in a music video.
Yes, you
you're
are.
just like,
You're
let me
like-
give this forlorn look, and it better not be raining,
Yeah.
because you're going to a deep place of
Right,
emotion.
you're like counting the
You
raindrops.
are. You're watching them roll and race. You're like,
Yeah, and she's just driving. Your mom's just driving. She don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
You over here,
She's
just
like, if this boy don't turn in
Yeah.
his, if he don't start turning in his social studies assignments, I'm grounding his ass. And you're like, Mom, I'm trying to start a family with this woman.
starting a family is. That's how you be thinking, like, bro.
That's how you
yes,
feel.
Yeah.
I could be
you're
when I'm
that young.
23.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do right by this girl. Singing the Love in This Club by Usher and Ludacris.
I really think
Yeah.
we all
You're not
thought we were
looking-
going to be making love in a club. Like
100%.
absolutely. We'll be banging on the dance floor.
That's how
I
it
was
works.
too afraid to kiss people in high school, but my first kiss when I was 19, I was.
I mean, yeah, we weren't actually really.
And Danny will tell you why. He thinks I'm the ugliest kid of all time in high school.
Were you, Uga?
he was pretty ugly.
I had bad haircuts. Honestly, I'm gonna choose to hear what Danny's saying is that now I'm not bad looking. But
No,
he
you're
goes
good looking.
he goes
Yeah.
he goes really hard in the
No, you showed the picture. You showed he showed. All right, so look, for context, for the rest of these dates we give you,
Yeah.
Sam has shown some of his lowest moments
Yeah.
that he scrubbed from the internet.
Yeah.
So
great.
they weren't even low moments. That was just me outside.
You weren't even sad.
Well, he's shown some really
Yeah,
beat
bad in
moments
pictures.
where it's like, look at this.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, bro, you look kind of rough.
And it was just me at prom. It was me on like a good day.
But he has
Anyway.
glowing- Sam's glowing up.
Back
Yeah, you
back
grew
to
up.
Nice jaw.
all right.
Yeah.
But back to back to these music videos, because
Okay, yes.
I mean, talk about him as much as you want to. I think this is more how I've heard you. I think a clip from the show or even in your stand-up.
Yeah.
So this is what I've grabbed from how you've viewed it.
Yes.
Is in that era, first off, trying hard, not cool. When you try hard,
Yeah, no.
trying hard is only cool if you become extremely successful.
Yeah, when it works.
Yeah,
But if you try hard, then it's just like, look at this loser.
Yeah, yeah.
And so how I've heard you refer to it as like, okay, there's Rebecca Black who failed so hard that everyone was, for those who don't know, Friday, everyone gets down on Friday, whatever. And it became such a meme. But because a billion people knew who she was, then she got a million fans out of it.
Yeah.
And now that's been her career because of it.
Yeah.
I feel like you've referred to it as you are getting hundreds of thousands of views. You were successful enough to kind of get bullied at your high school.
Yeah, I mean, that's about it. My high school and like the surrounding high schools like knew about me.
You were the shy guy girl?
Shy guy girl. Yeah. People were they did not like it. I also was like, I'm so cool. Like,
Oh,
You did take out a full. You did take out a full yearbook page to promote everything that you'd recorded that year.
There is. Okay, but it's because some girl who was writing for the yearbook was like, I want to do an article on you. And I was like, absolutely. So, but then when
all press is good press, baby.
When it comes out, it looks like I was like, let me pay for a yearbook spread on myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, some girl, I don't even remember who it was, but
I don't pay attention to broke bitches.
I was a pop star back then, so I don't know.
That is funny though too, because in high school that totally it was just so innocuous. Like, hey, all of us are just hanging out at the football game. You're going to New York City to make music videos.
Yeah.
That is way more interesting. I'm gonna write about this. And then all the jealous kids are like, her mom probably paid her to put that in the yearbook. And it becomes this big like conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Even up till college, I feel like kids that did things that were unconventional, if you were on the path of like conventional stuff, you were like, oh, that dude's a loser. You know, trying to be a rapper, making music or whatever, especially black folk. A lot of people try to make music. It's like,
and it is cringy. Like I won't deny like what I was doing was super cringy, but in my brain, I was like, I'm gonna be the next, you know.
But the thing is, I feel like now there's so much cringe stuff out now. Like on TikTok, it's like everyone's doing weird dances and
thirst traps and
so it's like I'm curious how kids would look at that kind of stuff now, like 23 versus 2011, 12, 13, because the whole shit is cringe. Like the sidewalk interviews, like, what's your favorite, you know?
If one more person moves to New York just to do like let that unhoused person walk in peace.
Stop bothering people on the street.
That's what content is now. I feel like
it's crazy. And sure, I think that's something that I'm trying to, on like a very serious note, do a better job of, is not judging something as cringe for myself based on if it gets a lot of views or if it's successful or not.
Yeah.
I think because that's the unfortunate thing is like, oh, well, you didn't become a full-time musician, so it's cringe. It's like, I don't know. At 16, I could not put together, I would look really bad in a music video. Like I would not know how to pull that off. Like in the music videos, like you're owning it. Like, sure, did it become Taylor Swift? No, but it's like, it's a lot better than 99% of high schoolers could do. Is that like, do you have that? Like, you have to be proud of it too.
I am now. I mean, it's been like 12 years, you know, like I think when it first happened, I was so like, I don't care. Even when people bullied me, I was like, this is just funny. Like, I think being a comedian and not even knowing I was one when I was younger is everything I always thought was like funny. So whenever stuff went wrong, I was like, well, this makes for a funny story. So whatever. But then it was after high school that I was like, this is humiliating and nobody can know that I did this. And I have to like, I don't want to meet people and then be like, what was this that I found on your YouTube? But now I showed some friends during the pandemic my music videos and they were like, what? You should like, this is awesome. Like this is so cool that you did this when you were 16. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess like I'm far enough away from it now that I can be like, it was kind of cool that I did that and not as like, ugh, that was humiliating.
That's the wave now. I feel like that's just the kind of stuff everyone's doing, like the out of your comfort zone memes and jokes on themselves. I feel like, I don't know. Back then, I guess it wasn't social media, so we only posted on Facebook once a month. And like had reality TV, so you really weren't putting yourself in like
put some emo stuff on Tumblr.
And I honestly was never on the Tumblr wave. Were you a Tumblr person?
No, I tried. I was so bad at it.
I was never on
Tumblr.
Tumblr.
Do this.
Yeah, Tumblr is for the kids who put raw XD in their text messages.
Yeah.
It's so specific.
Yeah.
That is
That's crazy specific, but that is true. Raw XD is disgusting.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Bro, you were wearing
Was your people or your family musical, or you just the one I'm trying to?
No, I just was the one, like, if you come to my show, I talk more about it. But basically, I got into acting first, like, when I was, like, 11. Like, a man in the mall was like, you want to be on Disney Channel? And I was like, yes.
Obviously.
So I started doing, like, a bunch of scam acting classes, and I just fell in love with it. And then I ended up auditioning for a all-girl group that I was a part of for a few years. And then that, like,
before you broke off,
fell apart. And so then I was like, I need to do my solo career. Like
Devon. You went with the one named Devon too.
Ooh, that's hard.
Devon, because it was like Kesha or Madonna.
Yeah.
And I was very heavily inspired by Kesha and Nicki Minaj. I was like, those are my girls.
I mean, you still want to be a rapper to this day.
No, a rapper.
Where'd you
No, you really want to be a rapper.
No, I don't want to be a rapper.
It shows at UCB?
Yeah, it's at UCB
is it
right
like
now.
A monthly, or what is it?
I got a run, so I had 2 shows. So I just did one last week, and then I'm doing it again July 25th at UCB.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I did it at the Groundlings as well, so hopefully I'll get to keep doing it and maybe take it to New York and Edinburgh next year.
That'd be super cool.
What's like the gist of it for people that are listening?
It just goes through my cringe start to finish of getting into acting as a young child and being taken advantage of and being in a girl group and the music we wrote. And I kind of show my music videos and play a bunch of my songs throughout.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Danny never pays attention in pre-production, and he has to throw you under the bus.
Sam, leave me
this leads into the last date that we were going to have.
Okay.
So June 25th, 2023, which is when you debuted the show.
Okay.
So I think it's interesting in comedy. Yeah, like it's very vulnerable to like, this is what I find funny. I hope people like it. It's very vulnerable at 16 to, I'm gonna make a music video and
people like it.
and everyone can, and you know, people are bullying me for it. So I guess we've all, I'm going through some very heavy stuff in my personal life that I am now I'm using to make jokes out of, and it crushes, but then it's like, you feel guilty about it or whatever.
Yeah.
We've all had to make our situation the joke before. So I guess talk in that detail of following up on him, like what the show is like. How do you get from, other than just time passing, which is a big part of it.
Yeah.
How do you get from, I'm embarrassed by this is vulnerable, this was like this thing that I really meant a lot to me, and now I'm turning myself into the joke because of this?
Yeah. Lots of years of healing for sure. I think like I'd never really told anyone, and then I embarrassingly, like a few months into dating my now husband, I got very drunk. And
Shout out Timmy and Timmy's Pizza.
Shout out at Timmy's Pizza. He makes amazing pizza. But I was very drunk. It was a couple months into dating, and I was like, "You want to know a secret?" And then I told him I made music, but I was so like drunk and nervous that I decided to show him like everything.
Oh yeah.
To the point where he's like, "This is like too much." And then after that, I was like, "I gotta hide this again. I can't let anyone know. Like, I can't have another one of those drunk moments where I tell people." But then 2020 happened, and it was like tail end of 2020 when people kind of thought we could hang out a little bit. So I was hanging out with some friends, and I got very drunk on margaritas, and it came up. I think we were talking about acting as children.
Don't give her margaritas if you got a secret. If she has a secret of yours that you want her to keep, don't give her margaritas.
White girl version, just like giving the.
I'm not good at keeping secrets. That's what I'll say.
Who killed Lil John?
Okay, I'll tell you.
White Claw Surge. Oh, it's over with.
He murdered him on 4th Street.
But basically, we were all talking, and we all realized we had done John Robert Powers. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's a scam acting school, and they have them all over the United States and also like in London. So we all were like, "Whoa, we did this! That's crazy!" Yeah. And then I was like, "Yeah, I actually tried to be a pop star." And then I showed my friends a couple of my music videos, and they were like, "Devon, this is like amazing. You probably have so many stories to tell. This is incredible. Like, you need to tell people this." And I was like, no. Like, no. I'm going to keep this like unlisted. This needs to be hidden. Yeah. And then I was in the Groundling Sunday company at the time after the pandemic, and they started showing people in the company my music videos. Mm-hmm. And I was like, stop. Like, I don't want to relive this. But everybody was so positive, and they were like, Devon, this is like so cool and interesting, and nobody has like this story. Like, you should do something with this. There's something here. You should do something. And I was like, yeah, I guess. And for a while, I was like, maybe I'll do a show about it. And then I got cut from the Groundlings last May. And then I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do my show. I'm going to do it. And I started just like taking a lot of notes. But then I was so terrified. I was like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to make this like funny. What if it's not funny?
Yeah.
I met with a ton of people who had done solo shows. I saw a bunch of solo shows, but still I was like, I can't. And my mom was like, you got to do it. You need to start posting your songs on TikTok. I was like, no, Mom, they will not like my songs. I'm not posting my songs on TikTok.
Yeah.
And then I tried out for UCB's Herald teams. It was like their improv teams.
Okay.
And I didn't get on. And I was like, fuck this. I was so mad. I was like, I'm over these like institutions. I'm over UCB. I'm over the Groundlings. I hate this shit. I hate being told no.
Right.
And then one of the artistic directors reached out to me and she was so kind. And she was like, you're really talented. Like you should keep trying. Like we have sketch teams here you should try out for. And she was like, I didn't get on Herald. And then I did my solo show. And then I found my home. Like you should do that. And so I was kind
That's
of
cool
like,
that she took a lot of people don't take the time to like.
nobody takes the time to respond. The fact that she did was so amazing because I was in a low place. I was like, I'm over it. I'm like quitting comedy. I hate this.
Right.
Because it's
There's
embarrassing.
so many gatekeepers.
Well, and it's embarrassing to like go to these like comedy schools and then be told no. And you're like, I'm trying to be a clown and people are telling me no. Like I feel like.
And I just spent all this money to do it.
Years,
and time. Right. Yeah.
And you're like, what am I doing?
And it's like 3 people's opinion who's also your peer. And so it's kind of like
it's
cool kids club.
Wild. It's wild. So
that's the crazy part of it.
I kind of was like fueled and I was like, okay, send me the link and I'll submit my show. And so I just submitted a show. I hadn't written it. I just submitted a show. And then they reached back out and they're like, okay, do you want to do your show in 3 weeks? And I was like, yes. Yeah. And then I spent an entire day being like, let me write this show. And then even when I had written it, I ran it for my husband and I was like, because he's a comedian too. So I was like, look, I don't care if it's
improv
funny.
Class in 2016.
We met in an improv class in 2016.
Love story.
But I was like, I don't care if it's funny. I don't care if it's the best thing I've ever done. I don't care. I don't even want you to give me that harsh of notes. I just want to run it for you. And I'm just going to do this because it's the scariest thing in the whole world. And I've been saying I've been wanting to do this for a year and I don't care. I'm just going to do it. And I did it. I actually debuted in April 3rd, I think was my first show.
Oh,
so your dive
my gosh.
incorrect.
She got me.
But I did it and the response was overwhelmingly positive and people really liked it. And then I got a run at UCB. So I was like, okay, I guess this people think this is funny. People like this. So
and that's got to be vindicating. Like the place that rejected you is now like, oh, like run your.
Yeah, they're like, actually come back. But then they also put me on, I'm on a sketch team now there too. So you find your right home with places.
They corrected the mistake.
Yeah, that is LA is such a weird thing because you can get told no by certain things and you're in this space and then something happens where then the same exact place that didn't really want anything to do with you will then be like
actually, never mind.
Begging you. And it's like you can't really take it personal.
You
like
can't.
You want to, but you can't.
And that's the thing is so much of our time out here is like getting rejected that you have to just be like whatever about it.
Yeah.
But it gets annoying.
We were talking about this before you got here about the levels it takes to be like successful and how many people we've met that are like above us that are popping. They're like touring a little bit or they got passed at this club or they got this credit and they're still like we were on the same show and they're like barely complaining about the same stuff we're complaining about. It's like this is
still having a day job.
This is hard, Like
I don't think it ever stops being hard.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I think a crazy thing about comedy too is all of us have something that we like. You're just like, oh, those music videos I put out that was just like something cringy I did as a kid.
Yeah.
But then you have people around you like, what are you talking about? What kid went to New York, shot multiple music videos, got 100,000 views, like was working with people who are now like legitimately in entertainment, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And it takes people calling stuff out of you. And this is like a tiny version of that, but I got, my dad's side of the family's Lebanese. So I got put on this Arab American, shut up, Dan.
Sam of color, if you guys were wondering.
Arabex.
He says anything out of pocket, he wants to let you guys know that he's not.
Y'all know I be saying I'm not like most white.
Yeah.
Because he's not.
No, but I was put on this, Gina B. Jones and Lynn Malley run this show, Hilarious Habibis, and it's an all Middle Eastern, North African descent comics do a show. And I felt like I was wrong for being on it because I was just like, well, I'm just white boy. Like I'm not and I was talking to my friends and I said, like, this was just legitimately me being nervous on the show. I'm like, I shouldn't even be on this show. Like, other than the food I ate, the only thing Arab about my upbringing is I got treated better than my sisters. And they were like, dog, that's the
joke.
That's the joke right there. And I legitimately was just like venting and freaking out.
Yeah.
And they're like, say that on stage. I'm like, no, what are you talking about? And I say it on stage.
I bet
and there's a bunch of Arab people at the show and it murdered.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I think that's not to say like, I'm just naturally funny. It's to say that all of us have stuff in our life. That's the trick, is like we have this stuff in our life that people are really going to relate to or find so funny that if we actually just quit trying, it's the stuff that's naturally there that we just think, oh, it's not that.
I also think too, when it comes to comedy, like sometimes the funniest things we say are just like how we're really feeling in the moment. And it does take your peers to be like, dude, you need to say that on stage. Like, that's actually really funny. Do that.
Yeah, the real stuff.
The real stuff.
Because I think what makes comedy, the equation of comedy is when you say something, someone can like get the joke. And some part of getting the joke is the relatability.
Yeah.
So if your audience relates and understands where you're coming from, then it's like, oh shit. But if I don't get the joke, it's all inside jokes if you don't get it.
Yeah.
It's nothing worse than you're in a room and someone's saying an inside joke and you're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, for sure. I think another thing that it points out to is everybody at Groundlings, was it? That's like, this is really cool. Improv or stand-up, for all the listeners out there, like stand-ups are like always trashing improv.
I know, what is that?
But
they hate us.
This is the difference though. Like if at an open mic stand-up comedy or like a show, if we found out one of our peers had all these music videos, it would be roast off the top. It'd be like, let's do roast battle. Let me like make absolutely annihilate you. Whereas like I look at improv and I'm just like they're having fun. Like just like us, they're not making any money and they're having to perform these terrible shows. And yet they're all supporting each other and having fun. So I think that is like a testament to the improv culture of like, let's build each other up. And it leads to our last date.
Okay.
December 20th, 2015.
Oh.
At least this is when it was posted about on the internet.
Okay, December 20th, 2015. Okay. I was in LA. No. Well, it was around Christmas time, right?
It was around Christmas
so
time.
I would be maybe home. 2015.
You were in LA.
I was in LA.
I guess it could have been New York.
God, I think I had just turned 21.
Flex, you're so young, we get it.
I'm still only 21.
It's been a long year.
That's crazy.
It's been a long year.
At least this is when it was posted about your UCB 401 grad show.
Oh, amazing.
And so I know we've kind of already led into it, like how much improv has given you. You met in 2016. You met your husband.
Yes, in an improv.
In an improv class.
Who was better?
I mean,
who's better at improv between her husband and her?
I don't know. I think he's funnier, but I'm funnier.
She hesitated. She's like, I don't. Anytime someone says, I don't know, like if you ask me about, who's the better driver, you or your wife, you'd be like, I don't know. She's pretty good.
Yeah.
She's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't have that problem anymore. I can just say what I want.
Nice.
Breakups, am I right?
Breakups.
Sad boy. All right, but yeah, so you met him. What was because improv love kind of has to feel like summer camp love sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the drama of
was it immediate with him at the improv class?
No, definitely not. No.
He's a little bit older than you, right?
He is. He's 10 years older than me, yeah. We met in 2016, but we didn't start dating until 2017, I think.
Ooh, friends to lovers.
Yeah, so I was in a chaotic place back then. I was like 21. I had just broken up with my like high school boyfriend.
The shy guy?
No, not even. The shy guy was never my boyfriend. Can you believe it?
My wife actually did want me to ask you, who is the shy guy?
Oh my God, you want me to say his full?
Well, you don't have to say his name, but who is he? Like, was it like a classmate or?
Yeah, he was his classmate. I think he knows who he is.
He's genuinely shy.
So for years,
we'll have to put in like a little clip of the song.
Please
Shy
put in
guy.
a clip of the song.
Yeah.
I would love for you to.
Okay.
For years in high school, nobody could figure out who it was, and I was like, thank God, because if they did, people would have been really making fun of me. But I found out years later, like after high school, I was stalking the shy guy, and I saw that somebody tweeted at him like "shy guy," and it got like 100+ like favorites.
What, someone from your high school or like just a random fan?
Someone from my high school. So I was like, oh, they figured it out.
But by then it wasn't as embarrassing.
No, by then it was like whatever. But and I was like, oh, they're still thinking of me.
Later.
I was like, wow. So the shy guy was a guy I had a crush on. I actually had a crush on him like in middle school. I was like, I'm in love with this guy.
Nice.
Like I love him.
Yeah.
He was one of my good friends. And then in high school, I was like, it was very clear, I think, to him that I was like, I like you.
Right.
And he was in my brain very shy and like wouldn't make like a move on me. And then I was like, let me write a whole ass song about him. And then we never like, I think we might have like made out a couple times in high school.
Ooh, look, that's funny. He doesn't sound that shy.
Because I would like make him.
That mouth be loose. That shy guy got a loose mouth.
Oh, God.
Not Danny walking off set again.
Damn. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about him. He clearly wasn't that. He clearly wasn't.
Mouth be loose is what the fuck?
I feel like you were probably more of a shy guy back in high
Sam
school.
was always a shy guy.
I didn't kiss a girl in high school.
So you were
That
a
was-
shy guy.
I thought I was like, there's another shy guy like me. Turns out he's for the streets.
Well,
He's a whore.
he's a
That brother was
Kissing
That brother was outside.
before you're
I know.
allowed to drink alcohol?
Yeah.
That is unacceptable.
Kiss.
What a Jezebel. Danny's losing his mind, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But I think like a couple times in high school, I would like force these boys that were all their friends to like sneak out because I was like, I just want to make out with this guy. And like a couple times we did, but every time he'd be like, we can't. So I was like,
You can't like it's
Forbidden
raw-
love.
Like it's raw sex. We can't. I got a family.
Yeah. I was like,
High school-
This
high
guy's
school-
so shy. What's going on?
High school always does have some forbidden love, but you're a soccer player and I'm a baseball
I know.
boy. It's forbidden.
Never, yeah.
We live 2 miles apart. We don't
That's
live the
long
same
distance.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
Same subdivision is Chris.
We weren't that close.
Our
But
parents
so
are different.
So he was shy because he would never follow up on it.
he would never, like, and I was almost 100% positive he liked me, but he, would never like make moves or anything. And he was just like, would act nervous around me sometimes. And I'm like, we are like good friends. Like, why are you being shy?
Yeah.
And then we never dated. I ended up dating another guy in high school. But we did, I think it was when I graduated from college, 2015 or 2016, maybe. I forget what year it was.
Last year.
It was such a blur.
It was so last year.
Well, you graduated early then because I graduated
I did.
2015.
I did online college.
Okay, you're smarter than me too. Cool.
and
You're
I was like,
efficient. Good with your money.
No, I did online college, and I was like, let me do this as fast as I can. But I had a college party, and all of those guy friends came, and I was like, this is my chance to get the shy guy. And we only made out.
Again?
I was like, he's
One more
still
time.
shy.
One more time.
His mouth was just dragging on the ground. It was so
Yeah,
loose. He just
his
couldn't-
mouth was loose, but his
A
everything
loose
else was
mouth,
tight.
man. Calling a girl that's made a loose mouth is
Is gross.
insane to you. to
Loose
say.
mouth.
Okay.
Ugh.
I'm trying to hold it together because Danny I think you freak out at the most random things. He's been pretty tame this
That's
whole podcast, but last podcast that we had, he literally had to leave set because he had snot and tears running down his face off of just the most generic stuff.
It's these fucking little happy dads. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. The happy dads are making me funny.
Yeah, I'd be putting a little extra in your drink.
Yeah, something
closed
in me.
can.
I did this right before.
Yeah.
Said have fun.
That's incredible.
Bye.
But yeah, I dated this guy in high school and then until my adult, and then we broke up, and then I was like dating this other guy, and then I was like just hooking up. I was like, it's my single era. I'm like hooking up with people.
Right.
And that's when I met my husband, and I was like, I'm trying to be single. So I kind
That's
of
when it
That's how
happened.
it always goes.
we were playing like, pushing each other away, and then
Yeah, you were the shy guy
yeah,
with him.
I had a loose mouth.
I did not. I would never say a woman has a loose mouth. I just want to make that very
I'll
clear.
say it. I had a loose mouth.
That's hilarious.
Shout out to Sam.
That's awesome. Before we get out of here, I would love. These are my 2 favorite lyrics
Okay.
and I would love to you to pick this or that. We'll call this segment this or that.
Okay.
One of them is, it has to be about the shy guy. It's how the shy guy starts out. You list all the kind of guys there are. Jocks, nerds. I don't know all the types, but
You've got your jocks, preps, goths, nerds, geeks, burnouts, and class clowns. But all I seem to get are the shy guys.
she's always ready to perform. You see that talent
Bars.
booking agents? He's
Bars.
ready at any
Ready.
time. Okay, so right after that, it goes,
Mhm.
I know this shy guy, a boy who's really shy. Facebook chats and late night texts. Come on, is that all I get?
Mhm.
Okay, so that's one of my favorite. And
Yeah.
my other favorite lyrics is, I think it's the first song off your album. And you're singing, and then we go to the bridge, and it sounds like a very Nicki Minaj inspired rap.
Mhm.
Is this from Shy Guy or not? Anyway, and you say, "Take your balls out of your purse and stop crying."
That's from my rap song. That's from Shut Up.
Shut up.
Mhm.
Yes, because in the chorus, I'ma make you shut
Yeah,
the.
I'm gonna make you hush. Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
incredible.
Yeah.
So, what would you rank as your better lyrics between those two? Those are my two fave.
Probably Shy Guy. It's
I mean, it's iconic.
It is. And that specific lyric is what really made people make fun of me because they were like, why do you have to say, I know a shy guy, a boy who's really shy?
Okay, but that's actually, that is of the era. Sean Kingston, she's
Yes.
indecisive.
Yeah.
She can't decide.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, a lot of songs back then would be like, let me say the same thing, but let me say it again, but a little different.
That was like, it was definitely peak pop, like just basic lyrics that like kind of just make sense.
Yes.
Just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're like, I know a shy guy, a guy who's real shy.
Like
Make
even
it clear how
in
shy.
rap, like we fly high, no lie, you know Jim Jones
Yeah.
bowling.
Yeah.
It's not really that eclectic. It's just
I'm hot because I'm fly. You ain't because you not.
Right.
This
Yeah,
is why. This is why. I
that
love
was the era
Yeah.
of just like we're gonna say sentences as the
Yeah.
hook
Yeah.
of just like very specific moments and parties, and you're gonna slap it.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Anything else you gotta ask? Get off your chest.
Nah, the loose mouse. I'm done.
Done that.
after that.
All right, Devon, tell them you got shows coming up. Promote yourself. Tell them where to find you and anything else you want to get off your chest.
You can follow me on Instagram at Devon Drew. I am doing my show Popstar again at UCB July 25th, 8:30 p.m. And hopefully more. If you want to see it, bring me to your city. I'm also on a mod team, a sketch team at UCB, and we are every fourth Wednesday of the month at 8:30.
That's what's up. And if you're not in LA, Venmo her.
Yeah, Venmo me.
Yeah.
Or get my music. It's on iTunes. I put it all back out there. It's on everything.
Run them
Stream.
streams
You can
up.
find it on. You can play it on Instagram now.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's good.
You can add it to a story. And I will.
Oh, I
say,
did see that. You
Yeah.
can add it on Instagram
I did
stories.
that. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
all right, because
good.
everyone kept asking me. I was like, fine. I guess I'll put it back.
Ah, you guys are obsessed with
there.
me.
Ah, they love me again.
I love it again.
I will say when I did have my Shut Up song come out, because that came out like a year later, everybody was like, oh, so you're a rapper. And I was like, yeah. And then the amount of people that'd be like, freestyle. And I'd
Oh,
be like, please don't make
like
me
a
do
comedian.
this.
Tell me a joke.
Yeah.
Dog, leave
But
me
people would like people on the bus would be like,
Would you ever do it then?
no, I was like, stop.
Oh.
I'm not, because I knew I couldn't really rap. That I was like, if I freestyle, everyone's gonna just make fun of me even more.
Right.
So,
Damn.
no, I can't freestyle. Sorry, I'm a fake rapper.
Freestyle Friday.
Can you guys freestyle?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sam.
You know how I get down? Yeah, I got that loose mouth.
Oh, God.
Thank you for coming. This is the end of our.
Thank you for having me.
That's crazy. The first bar.
Yeah.
You didn't even get into like this establishing where you're at in the song. Like I'm in.
No, you know how I get down. Yeah, I got that loose mouth.
That's stop saying
And
that.
I'm gonna take it down south.
Hey, stop saying that shit on the same couch.
Yeah, I know you can hear my shout outs.
Bye, y'all. This is disgusting.
Thanks for being here, Devon.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. That was awesome. Hope you had a good time.
Yay, that's so fun.
What a converse. Shout out to all the Shy Guys season, Shy Boy Summer. Your
And
boy-
all the loose mouth bros.
Yeah, Sam said. I did not say that. Shout out, it's Shy Guy Summer. If you see a Yamin, you don't even know what you want to say. Just look at her. Don't say nothing. You see
Stay
this?
shy.
You on Instagram? You see like 2 pictures? Get up out of there. Get up out of there. Don't say nothing now. None.
Danny's saying this because he wants to swoop in himself. He's eliminating the competition. He's like,
Yeah,
stay shy, brother. Stay
Yeah.
shy, brother.
Shy Guy Boy season, bro. Don't say now one thing to little y'all means, dog.
Shout out Devon Drew.
Yeah.
And really go check out just YouTube, Devon Drew, Shy Guy. Check out the music videos. It's a treat. It's a 2010s
moment.
era treat. It's a time capsule of that era.
Yeah, it's a moment. If you watch that, then go back to your old MySpace and see what you was on back then.
Yeah.
If you feeling froggy from 2009.
Thank
10.
the Lord, my parents were cheap and had dial-up internet, so I couldn't have.
You couldn't upload the pictures.
I didn't have MySpace. I mentioned it on the pod before, but
Yeah,
yeah,
that's crazy.
never had it.
That was a good episode. But
Well, let's get to your ism. This
Yeah.
is where we like to do a little life lessons with Danny. Hit us with your ism, baby.
my ism this week is short and sweet and simple. Okay, My ism this week is believe in your conviction.
Ooh, okay, Deacon Dan is in the building.
Yeah, we had to get real. You know,
Won't he do it? Yes, Lord.
Sometimes I cash in on the isms, and it is what it is. This week I was really feeling believe in your conviction. This could be a sermon.
Say with your chest.
Or just a vibe. But the things that are keeping you up at night, the things that you feel confident about, the things that you think about in your free time, believe in that and use and allow that thing to drive you to the places you want to go. If you have that inkling, that vibe, that feeling that the place you're at right now is in the right place, the person you're talking to is in the right person, the city you're in is in the right city, believe in that conviction because that's not coming from nowhere.
Danny's in his Ted Lasso era. Believe, baby.
Yeah, big black Jerome Lasso.
Jerome Lasso.
Yeah, we're teaching football instead of soccer.
Yeah, the other kind of football. That's what's up. Shout out followsellers.com, Loans University for all the people on visual. I'm wearing the shirt, Loans alumni.
Thank you for repping, brother. Appreciate it.
I got a rep. It's kind of awkward. You haven't said anything this whole time.
You know what's funny? When you walked up, I meant to say something, but I got distracted, and then I forgot to say something again.
Overwhelmed by my charm.
Yeah, sure.
That's what's up. Guys, we got to promote ourselves too a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm headlining Flappers Comedy Club in the Yoo-Hoo Room. Shout out Clark Kent County, Atlanta. Headline the Yoo-Hoo Room September 28th, Thursday night. It's my first time a club has asked me to headline. So please show up. If you want cheaper tickets, I'll give you a little $5 off code. Hit me up on Instagram.
That boy the plug.
If you don't live in LA, then
that boy the plug.
Post about it. Send it to a friend in LA. I don't know. Help a brother out. Check out my Kids These Days clothing line. Link in bio on Instagram. Follow Sellers.
Yeah.
Look, let me say something real quick.
Okay. Talk to him then real quick.
This man a fool with it. No.
You gonna say something then.
I think I've said this before. If comedy was about who the funniest was, there's plenty of people who are about to quit comedy that would have Netflix specials because they haven't found success.
Yeah.
Same with social media. There's no way. Give Danny love on social media.
Please. Help me.
He putting out some grade A certified American homegrown beef, great quality content.
Help.
Follow that man. Help. And I know he active in the DMs.
Yeah. You always going stupid. I ain't gonna say this on mic, nothing else, but you bye, y'all. Bye.
Get home safe.
If you listen this far, you deserve it.
Like, comment, review, subscribe. We love you so much. Thanks for listening. That's another episode of Callbacks. We out.
Mm-hmm.